Alright, Sam, so welcome to Lamp and Light Tuesday. So 3 weeks ago, we began a session on trusting God. We treated trusting God, how to build our trust in God. And this week, we'll be treating how to trust God's options and choices for our life. So let's get into today's session. So with trusting God's choices and options for our life, I'd like us to take it all from the perspective of purpose. From the perspective of purpose. So the thing is, when we take a look at Jeremiah 1:5, so the first sentence of this scripture, God told Jeremiah, before he formed him in the mother's womb, he knew him. And the thing is, the purpose of an object or anything precedes its manifestation. So to give an example, the first chair that was made, the maker or designer of it didn't make the chair and then try to figure out what it was going to achieve or the purpose of it. So like God said in the case of Jeremiah, he knew him before he formed him in the mother's womb. So the purpose of Jeremiah was predestined before his arrival here on earth. So let's take this from another perspective. Let's take a Samsung for instance. If you have a model of Samsung and you have any problem with it, it is the makers of the phone that can be able to tell you where to locate what or how the phone is supposed to function. And they designed it before actually making the phone. The camera on the phone wasn't made by accident. They knew what the purpose the camera is supposed to achieve before actually making it. So the best people to ask for any sort of or consult for any sort of information of the phone is the Samsung brand. So same thing applies over here with the case of God making us. God knew or had a plan for us before actually making us. Like I said before, the purpose of a product or anything at all precedes its manifestation, making or creation. So if God created you, he had a plan. He knew what you were supposed to achieve or do here on earth before actually sending you here. So going back to the topic we are treating today, trusting God's plan or options for our life. It is wisdom to trust in God's wisdom because he created us and made us. The purpose of a thing precedes its manifestation. So before we are actually made or sent here on earth, God knew the plan and purpose for our life. So it is wisdom to trust God's plan and options for our life because he created us, he made us. So Jeremiah 29:11, it says, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you. And this God is the God who is the creator of the whole universe. There is nothing that is made by accident. Same thing applies to our lives. God knew what we are supposed to do before sending us here on earth. So he's the best person to consult concerning the plan of our life. So moving to the second part of this whole session, we'll be taking a glimpse into the book of Luke chapter 5 verse 1 to 11. So this was Jesus Christ's first encounter with Peter, James and John. These three were fisher folks. So Jesus Christ wanted to teach a crowd. He got into their boats at the lake Gennesaret. So he told them to move backwards a little so he can talk to the crowd. After he had finished teaching, he told them to cast their nets for a catch. So Peter told Jesus Christ they'd been fishing all night but caught nothing. But he said, if you say so, I'll cast the net like he said. So Peter threw the net into the sea, started pulling, and then he realized they had caught a whole net of fish. So this was Peter going with a choice or option that Jesus Christ had given to him. Because on a more logic sense, you had fished all night, caught nothing, and this stranger just got into your boat and told you to cast your net for a catch. And the amazing thing here is going with the options or choices and plan of Jesus Christ, they caught 2 boats load full of fishes. This was they going according to the plan of Jesus Christ instead of their own plan because they had fished all night and caught nothing. But they went with the instruction, they went with the choice, they went with the plan of Jesus Christ and they caught 2 boats load full of fishes. And this same thing can be applied to our lives. The plan or options of Jesus Christ supersedes any other thing that we would classify as wisdom or logical. So it is wisdom to trust in God's wisdom or options for our life. I hope you've been blessed. Please subscribe and share with your friends and families if this blessed you. Catch you next week. Soli Deo Gloria. Bye.